On a recent trip exploring Bellingham, one of my favorite places in Washington, we came across a huge amount of Latuca canadensis, aka wild lettuce. Wild lettuce is in the daisy family and grows across North America and Eurasia in cooler climates with disturbed soils and full sun. The leaves are irregular shaped. Most are deeply lobed, some with widely spaced teeth, kinda like a dandelion. Other species of wild lettuce, like prickly lettuce, have spines or fuzzy leaves, but what we found was smooth. It's easy to spot from far away because of what's called inflorescence, meaning one stem that all the flowers grow out of. In this case, it's on the top of the plant and it can grow pretty tall, up to 6 feet, so it would be above all the other grasses and weeds in the surrounding area. It's really good. It's quite bitter. It's not so bitter that you can't eat it raw. In this case, it could be easy to confuse wild lettuce with another plant displaying inflorescence. This is nibblewort. The yellow flowers even kind of look alike, but once you get up close and can inspect the shape of the leaves, then you'll know you're wild lettuce when you see it. Use it in place of arugula or kale in your recipes. It can be a bit bitter, but as it cooks, the bitterness disappears. As far as nutrition goes, not much has really been said about wild lettuce. It's of a similar nutritional makeup to arugula, which is high in vitamin A and B and a good source of magnesium, but it's rather innocuous otherwise. It hasn't been extensively studied in terms of mineral content either. Though the bitterness of wild lettuce is a fantastic digestive aid, don't eat more than 1 loosely packed cup per day, or you could be dealing with intestinal upset. In terms of medicinal uses, wild lettuce is full of milky sap, also known as latex. It's been used at least to the times of the ancient Romans, and it was even used by Augustus Caesar as a kind of opium substitute. It's been used to treat all manner of ailments over the years, but today it's still used as a natural sleep aid, diuretic, pain reliever, and for hyperactivity and anxiety. Supposedly, if you extract the milky latex, dry it, and smoke it, it acts as a mild narcotic with psychotropic effects, but without the addictive downside and intestinal side effects of, say, heroin. I don't know, I'll stick to eating it raw for now. Speaking of which, today I'm making wild lettuce crackers. First I'm going to rinse the lettuce well and make sure it's free of dirt and debris. If you're a vegetarian, you can use vegetable bouillon or just skip it. Stir together the dry ingredients until they're combined. Next, I'm putting 2 cups of wild lettuce in the food processor with a half a cup of stock, pulsing it until it's minced really finely. I made this stock with miso, hot peppers, and chicken bones, and it's quite spicy and a nice complement to the peppery wild lettuce. Again, if you're vegetarian, you can add vegetarian broth or just plain water. And no problem if you don't have a food processor, just chop it as finely as you can and mix it with the stock. Once the wild lettuce is chopped finely, add it to the dry ingredients and mix well. You'll see small crumbs start to form, and that's good. Next, add about a tablespoon of olive oil to the mix. Mix it well until it's combined and then knead it for a minute or 2 with your hand. It should form a ball that comes easily away from the sides of the bowl. Next, we need to roll this baby out to about 1/8 of an inch of thickness. This is easiest to do between 2 sheets of parchment paper. Anyway, once you got it nice and thin, take a knife or a pizza cutter and cut the dough however large you want your crackers to be. We don't need to cut all the way through, just scoring is enough. Trust me, it's way easier to do this now than when it's already baked. And then into the hot oven for about 12 to 13 minutes or until it's crispy and golden brown. These crackers are so simple and great with any cold plate. Plus, if you have guests over, you'll really impress them when they find out you made the crackers yourself. Best combination, pickles, cheese, tomato, cracker. Tomato, cheese, pick. It's really good. As for the opium effect, I did dry a bunch and make tea with it. The internet says to steep the leaves for 40 minutes and then drink the tea and eat the leaves? I don't know. The tea's okay. It wasn't really bitter at all, but I don't know that it had any effect on me. I would drink it just to drink something hot before bed, but I didn't feel any different after drinking it. I guess I was already pretty chilled out that day, so I won't rule it out in the future. Thanks for joining us this week, and I hope to see you next week for our next adventure. In the meantime, happy foraging.